Welcome, everybody, to another Friday night. That means another Comic Book Invest Hot 10 show. We've got the crew with us this week and a special guest. We welcome the Ninth Wonder. All right, everybody. We got the one and only Ben Stein, writer of the list every week. If you guys aren't following him over at comicbookinvest.com, every Friday he drops the list. It's been going strong for quite a while now.
256 is what the number is. 256.
Woo-wee. Congratulations on that, sir. And we've got the one and only Mighty Mel V here, Drunken Chat Son, fixing his screen for everybody, looking pretty with the Mephisto shirt.
That is
I like that one.
Did you make that shirt or did you buy it?
My homegirl, Coco Guy, shout out to Coco Guy on IG. She made me a shirt. She's awesome with the shirts, so shout out to her.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, the Ninth Wonder has finally joined us on the Hot 10. We've been planning it for a while, and we've been seeing him over on Drunken Chat Son. We've been seeing him kill it over on Whatnot. And ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know, now you know to make sure and go over to his YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button just like that. Hit that bell. Hit all so you get notified anytime he drops his new show, Cover Picks. He's on episode 2 over there. How's that going, brother? And by the way, thank you for joining us tonight.
It's going good, man. Thank you for having me on, Brian. I appreciate you for letting me get this opportunity. The show is going good. I've been getting a lot of positive feedbacks, especially for guys that are new into comic book collecting. Since I crossed over to Whatnot, I've been getting a lot of guys that are card collectors that are crossing over into comics, and a show like this is perfect for them because they're already into sports. Now they're getting into comics, and it makes everything make sense for them. For a long time, I didn't believe it's the card collectors getting into comics now, but since I got on Whatnot, it's all I'm running across is card collectors. So I guess that's a myth that we can put to rest within the comic book community now.
Yeah, and you also got a great Instagram. You guys make sure you guys go follow his Instagram, The Ninth Wonder. Good stuff over there. He's been plugging away on that for a while now. A lot of good information, and he'll send you over to his YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go and subscribe. So, all right, you guys, we got a lot of fun to talk about tonight. I also want to remind everybody that immediately following this episode, you can find most of us over at It's Drunken Chat Son. So.
It's a Friday night celebration, bitches.
It's a celebration. Yes, it is. And it's a celebration in more ways than one, you guys. But what do you guys got going on tonight?
We will be giving away, shout out to Wonder World Comics. We will be giving full, I don't know if I'm going to make it a set or if I'm going to do 2 giveaways. But I don't know. We got the Wonder World Trailer Park Boys. And we also have the He-Man Master of the Universe Revelation variants.
Gorgeous.
Is that a photo variant of those Trailer Park Boys?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is, sir.
Oh my gosh!
I've never seen Trailer Park Boys. I don't think I
haven't either. But boy, they look bizarre.
Yeah.
But, we got that given away tonight.
Well, I also want to talk some big news, some really cool stuff that is going on right now. If I can pull this stuff up. Listen, we have something pretty special to announce, and that is the Tales from the Flipside channel has finally hit their 5K subscribers. It is a big deal for us, and more importantly, a thank you to everybody out there that hangs with us. We've really grown in the past year, more than doubled in size in the past year. Whether that's, the content that we're getting out or the people that are watching or everybody that's hanging out with us live. Thank you. So pretty cool stuff. All right. So make sure you guys.
Flipside should have about 100,000 subscribers. This has to be the most informative channel on YouTube, pound for pound. Best shows, best. You know what? It's just not the spec information. Most of what I see on this channel is accurate. Yeah, that's the important part.
Yeah. Well, listen, the thing about the channel, and I appreciate that, Ninth, because one of the things that we really like to say over at Flipside is we're creating a community of collectors, right? And we want to make this the number one place for collectors, whether that's comics, whether that's trading cards, whether that's sports cards, action figures, toys, and what the collectors use to help them collect, help them get what they want. That is what we want to do, and we're working really hard on that. And ladies and gentlemen, we've talked multiple times about Baltimore Comic-Con, which is coming up at the end of August, and we're all going to be meeting up out there. We got the Mighty Mel V that's going to be out there.
Are
you going to be there? Are you going to be there?
Because of my work schedule, possibly.
Oh man, I thought you were going to be there. You just ruined my whole fucking
No,
spiel.
it's like everything in life. It's 50-50.
All right. Well, I will say this. To anybody that wants to hang out and that's going to be in Baltimore, let us know. We're going to be having a ton of fun there. Most of the Flipside crew should be out there. We're hoping to try and get Ben out there. We'll see what happens. I know the rest of the guys are all trying to get out there. End of October, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We've rented out a banquet room for that Saturday night to invite all of our friends and family and the community to come hang out with us. So we're going to make that a big celebration out there in Baltimore. So for Tales from the Flipside, from Tales from the Flipside, and everybody that enjoys what we do and this part of the collecting sphere. So hopefully we'll see everybody in Baltimore, and if not, we appreciate each and every one of you for being subscribers and for telling everybody else about our channel and telling us how much you enjoy it. So again, 5,000 subscribers, more than doubled in a year, and it's because of all the fans out there and all of you in our community. So we appreciate you guys. All right.
Hold up. Before we go any further, Mr. McClay, we appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
For putting a lot of this stuff together. And Aaron Yee as well. You guys are fucking with two of the most hardest working dudes in comics. So we like to take our hats off to you, brother.
Yeah, Brian, you've been doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff for a long time. You edit a lot of stuff. You were doing it way before we were even. When we, especially on this show, when we were like, yes, we made it to 10 live viewers, like, sweet.
It's been crazy, man. And I think the most important thing is that we all at Tales from the Flipside and, the family members and the family and friends in this community that we're a part of are doing our best to put out really legit content and legit information. I know it's hard out there, especially in some of these selling worlds, and I'm sure we'll get into it at some point on some show, but it's about the legitimacy of our hobby and trying not to let people get screwed over, or the whole honesty in comics thing. That's a real deal, because if people come into this hobby and they see all the fuck shit, they're bouncing immediately. So let's try and keep that honesty in comics going. And thank you for hanging out with us every Friday night. So again, thank you for comicbookinvest.com and the Hot 10 list. We're going to get into it, guys. Let's do it. We're going to start with the almost 10. The almost 10 are the books that, could have made the list on a different, maybe if some things didn't fall into place, and they're decent books to think about. So the first book on the list is an interesting book, and that is the second print of Black Mask's White, which the first print has been hot. We've talked about it before on the show multiple times, but it seems like this was selling for a decent clip for a brand new book, $10-15 raw on eBay lately. Or is that what you're seeing, Ben?
Yeah, but just don't spend $10 or $15 on it. One, I stopped at a shop here in Chicago today, and they had 2 copies, and I did not even buy it. I left it on the shelf at cover price. And if you wanted it cover price, I think if you go right now to my comic shop, you can get it for cover price. So,
amen.
Yep. So do not spend $10 to $15, at least not right now.
Did you read this yet?
My comic shop is limited to 1 per customer, by the way.
One per customer.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't read this, Mel. Did you read it?
Not yet, but Black was off the chain. I love Black.
Has anybody read this yet?
This This ain't for everybody.
Yeah, that's for sure. And it's very interesting that it was as hot as it was. I didn't expect it to be as hot as it was, but it is. And there's been a lot of exclusives to it too. It's gonna be interesting to see where they go with it. Is this just a short? Is this a series, like a 4-part series? Do we know?
I think it's a six part. Somebody had all 6 issues from the Kickstarter up, and it's sold for like $230.
Oh wow, interesting.
Well, that's just because that's because all those first prints are limited. What, 2,500?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, interesting book. Definitely, if you want it, pick it up for cover price, guys. As you heard the guys say, you could find it probably in a comic shop or at my comic shop. Order 1 per, which is better than paying the $10 to $15 it looks like it's going for on eBay. But the next almost 10 book, Exiles #3. Interesting cover here. What's going on with this, Ben?
Yeah, so this is Peggy Carter's Captain America. Got the What If series coming up, and then I think I just saw that they are bringing her back for Doctor Strange. Like, she's going to be in Doctor Strange again. So she's still. I don't know how they're going to. Man, I got no clue how they're going to work that, but I guess when you're dealing with different multiverses and stuff, I guess you can pretty much do whatever you want. But it's like a $40 book right now, so and it's up a little bit. It was like 30, so it's up about 20%, 25%.
Oh shit! I got this.
Yeah, what's up with why is the Wolverine like
Chibi Wolverine?
Chibi. Yeah. What's up with that?
Did Chibi Wolverine?
Weren't they doing like a chibi world type thing? And maybe, and I know the Exiles is all about different timelines and stuff. So maybe they grabbed him from a timeline. Does that sound about feasible? Because I definitely did not read this book.
What is this going for?
Like $40 now.
Hey, guess where it'll be tomorrow?
What is it? The 1 in 15, the yellow cover, the She Can Do It or whatever. I think that's. I can't remember exactly how much, but it's probably I mean, it has to be going up as well.
I had 4 of those, and they all had the same nasty color rub on the back.
Well, a lot of these books in that time period did, right?
It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, maybe.
Marvel cheaps out on their printing.
Before we get into the top 10 proper, I do want to circle back around to that white book, because I was just thinking about something. If that first issue was limited to 2,500, which is ridiculously low, this is more like the actual first release, because the first issue was basically, the first printing was intentionally
short printed,
short-legged to, it was intentionally short printed. So this is really like the first true mass release of of this book. So I probably wouldn't buy it for $10 or $15 right now, but cover price, if you don't have 1 or 2, I don't think it would hurt to, put 1 or 2 to the side, but I wouldn't pay $10 or $11 for it at all.
Yeah. That's a great point. I didn't know that those first ones were limited to that much. Mm-hmm. That totally flew my brain. And some of those exclusives were super limited too. So yeah, interesting. Hey, it's a smart move if you want to create some scarcity on that first print. Kind of like what maybe Bad Idea was trying to do, but couldn't pull off. But interesting stuff. All right, the next almost 10, Miss Marvel #16. This is interesting. What's going on with this, Ben?
This one's up slightly as well to like 35. I guess this is the first time Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel either meet or fight together or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have it, so I can't read it, but it's up slightly. It was like 25 to 30. Now it's like 30 to 35. I would assume.
What?
Yeah. So it's definitely one. If you're flipping through back issues, the colors definitely stand out. Even though the numbers on the bottom right-hand corner, you should be able to tell just by the colors when you're flipping through back issues. You should be able to find it. But
what issue is this? 16?
16.
Is that right?
See, that's the type of information that you get here on Tales from the Flipside, ladies and gentlemen. Love these type of books popping up.
Right.
I definitely will be looking for this because I'm sure I done seen this and just
I know I got this.
Right. I'm pretty sure I done skipped right past this, but I can't honestly say that I like the speculation behind it, just being that it's a first meeting. I don't know how I feel about first meetings on two characters that nobody universally loves. Nobody universally loves Kamala Khan. And ever since Brie Larson started playing Captain Marvel, nobody universally loves her anymore.
Yeah. However, there was a Miss Marvel 18 and it had a manga variant, and they're both on the cover at the same time, which is it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Very interesting. Well, it's definitely a book to look out for. The final book on the Almost 10 is not necessarily a book, but more along the lines of a series to keep an eye out for, and a series that I absolutely loved back when it was going on, and that is the 7 series. Really crazy stuff. Probably some of the best stuff from Zenescope, in my opinion. Back then, it was bonkers, and some really creepy covers too. But some of the issues in this run were super low print, right, Ben? Does that sound right?
Yeah, like I was, basically kind of just seeing like 5, 6, 7. They all, I mean, they sell for like $25, $30. So it's just kind of something to look out. Yeah, this cover is that is a bizarre cover for sure.
Is this based on the movie?
I don't know. Is it, Brian? It's based straight off the movie?
I believe so, yes.
I've never seen that movie.
So
what? Oh, whoa. You never seen 7?
Never seen it.
Oh my gosh, Mel.
Admittedly, I picked these up just because of the covers. Period. For that reason.
Oh, Brian, you've not seen 7 either?
Oh, I've seen 7. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
hell yeah. That's one of the greatest all-time movies.
Mel,
ever.
You have got to see 7. Oh my gosh.
I definitely. I always wanted to see it. It's like I just never sat down to watch it.
Oh, it'll mess with your mind for sure.
My mind?
Yeah.
It's one of those. Hey, Morgan Freeman was great in it. One of Brad Pitt's early roles, but it was still good. You could tell it was early in his career. But man, the man who shall not be named was really good in it. How can I name him?
They were basically every. I mean, it was just a flawless movie. It was awesome.
Really?
Yeah. Good stuff. Really good stuff. Before I get to the honorable mentions, we've had a couple of comments in the chat talk about this, and I'm going to find it here. I want to, let's see here. Let me do this. Let me change this. So shout out to Matt Nelson and CGC. We were lucky enough to have him on Monday night on the Tales from the Flipside episode. And he did a really good job over there. Of answering some questions the best he could. We tried to get as many questions from the crowd, from the live stream as possible. I
heard Russian. I was in his head.
It was a good show, and he did a good job, and I have much respect for him for coming onto the show and answering all the questions. Knew he was walking into a shooting gallery, and much respect for the new CGC president, Matt Nelson.
I want to talk about this on Drunken Chat if we can.
Of course. I just want to remind everybody, please go take a chance. If you guys didn't get a chance to go watch it, go watch it. Again, thanks to Matt Nelson for doing that. We really appreciate him and hope that we can have him back again to answer more questions once they figure things out down there. It sounds like maybe turnaround times are getting better. I don't know if that's the case, but I don't know if it's enough time to give them before we start seeing some changes. So
look at Rashad's face, though.
Hey, and I just want to comment that when did everybody on Flipside have beards and mustaches, and me and Mel are just kind of left out in the cold?
Rashad like an angry young Michael Jackson.
You know what? I will say this though: CGC is in a possible situation. an impossible situation. Just
Yes.
where the industry is right now, it wouldn't. I mean, it's just too many people sending comics in, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they making money, but their reputation taking a huge hit due to that.
Yeah, and I hope people remember that these are people too that run these businesses over there, and that they're not perfect or trying to cause any issues on purpose. I mean, that's so obvious, and we got to give them a chance to respond to this stuff and respond to to people not being happy, and see what they can do to fix it. And we're going to keep an eye on it for sure. Again,
I just got billed for my books I got back in the beginning of June.
I mean, seriously, for people who don't collect cards, just remember, it could be like cards. I mean, PSA and Beckett are shut down. PSA is basically shut down for this entire year. You're not going to be able to send cards in until 2022. So, yeah. I mean, and then you're just hoping. And did you hear, Brian, that they bought, or they're about ready to buy SGC? And I guess people are thinking that they're going to send all the bulk orders to SGC, and PSA is not even going to do them anymore.
Wow.
So it could be that. I mean, we still have CGC and CBCS.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Doing something.
Yes. Well, and there's a lot of things that we all want and we hope to see, and they're listening. That's for sure. There's no doubt about it. And we appreciate Matt coming on the show anytime that we ask him. It seems like he's been more than happy to come on. Every time that we've had him on the show, it's been really easy. So we appreciate that, and we hope to have that in the future. And we're trying to answer those hard questions too. I just hope everybody knows that there's a difference between making a guy uncomfortable and being professional. If we make him uncomfortable, he's never going to come back. So it's a fine line that we're trying to walk. Also, we don't want to be dicks. That's not what we're about. We're again, honesty in comics. We're trying to utilize the same things that all the collectors want to use, whether it's CBS, CGC, EGS. I know the shout out to the guys on Modern Comic Mayhem had the EGS crew, or the EGS guy on, the guy who does all the EGS stuff, a new up and coming grading program. So we're keeping an eye on all that stuff for you. So make sure you guys go check that out. All right. On to the honorable mentions and the Golden Age book of the week, Web of Mystery #1, super creepy cover, man. What's up? That looks like Sandman, Neil Gaiman Sandman before Neil Gaiman Sandman.
Yeah, or Evil Ernie or something. I don't know, Evil Ernie before he was around.
It's a mix of Neil Gaiman Sandman and
this crackhead named Deborah I used to know.
Is that like a voodoo doll? So it's a mix between Neil Gaiman Sandman and Brother Voodoo.
Yeah, man, it's all. I don't know what's going on. I mean, and I don't know what the point of the woman is, and why she's got a snake ghost hovering over her. I got no idea what's going on. But there was this was a Promise Collection book, a 7.5, which is tied for the highest in the census. A 7.5. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I like the cover though. This is a cover that I would pick up. And shout out to the snake from Conan the Barbarian, #1 of the further original on the books making an appearance.
But yeah, this that 7.5 sold for $4,300, which is, I think Overstreet has this priced at in grade at like $400 or $300 or something like that. So I mean, it's crazy how much that actually sold for. Compared to like all other sales of all time for this. I mean, it's pretty hard to find. It's not like a common book. So it only comes up for sale in any grade like once a year. So,
well, this next pick for the final pick for honorable mention is a super dope cover that blew me away when I saw it. This Shazam #1 from is this brand new? This is a brand new book, right? Steve Lieber 1 in 25.
Does this come out next week? Oh, they came out.
So some places got theirs because it is live. Some places did not get theirs. So I don't know how the DC distribution stuff goes, but it's very odd. But like this was not on This was not on Midtown, but then all of a sudden it was on Midtown, and then immediately sold out on Midtown.
Well, so it was going for like $100.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So yes, the one, and that's what I didn't really know what to do with this.
It's not a great. It's okay.
Yeah, but what's the homage? It says Liber after. Is it some like painting that it's homaging? It's got to be some type of painting that this is homaging, right? Chat, let us know if you know the answer to it, because definitely says Liber after, and I just don't have eyes well enough to see it, but it's got to be some type of painting or maybe pulp, some type of pulp thing, because that is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, do you really not like that, Mel?
It's okay. I'm not. It ain't. I would spend $100 on something else. It's not bad. It's not ugly. It's not shit. I just wouldn't spend $100.
Yeah, I mean, $100 is, and that's what I didn't know what to do with it. One, because some shops didn't get it and some did. I mean, is the $100 because because there's just not very many actually available right now? I really don't know.
If this is a Durr homage, then I'm all in on it, man. I'm a big art historian fan, and Albert Durr is like, he's up there for like top, and when they say like top 3, top 5 painting and shit, and he's a sick dude. But this right here, you don't see this type of stuff in comics.
It looks like something out the Bible.
Yeah, it does. It looks something super old and creepy, man, with those skulls.
It's dope. It's definitely dope to me. I already knew once I saw this, Mel wasn't gonna like it, just because that's Mel.
No.
But he'll cream his shorts over some Rian Gonzalez artwork. But you see a modern masterpiece like this, and you like, all right.
Put it like this. Put it like this. Put the Pirello Z Nation covers. A lot of them look better than this. And they're both art homages.
I'll give you that. Yeah, those Perio Zombie Z Nation covers were amazing. They were. But this is different. Like, you don't see this type of homage.
It's not bad. I don't hate it.
You don't really see this with this type of DC or Marvel character. I mean, this is like good for this is like something you would see in like an indie book.
Yeah.
But you don't really see this kind of a cover with Shazam on, right? I mean, it's just really an odd. Anyways, I just, like I said, I didn't know what to do with it, so I put it on the honorable mention. We'll kind of see what happens next week with it. If there's a whole truckload of them for sale, or I really don't know. Are most shops really, even though it's a number 1? I mean, are they going to order a whole bunch of Shazam?
When it comes crashing down, Earth's inside.
They probably wish they were now, based on this cover, but
it's cool. I'm not paying $100. It's cool.
I bet my local shop will. They order 25 to 100 of everything. So hopefully I can get lucky on this one.
Yeah, Andre, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Andre, what up, baby?
We got 185 live viewers right now. Thank you for hanging out with us, you guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't. Also, make sure to go check out Ninth Wonder's Instagram page, where you can also find links to his YouTube channel. And don't forget to not to miss him on Whatnot. He's killing it over on Whatnot. And if you guys are looking to buy some books, make sure you go give him a shout.
So I love when my peoples do well, son. And
amen.
Makes me proud. The Sapsi, I'm like,
amen.
I'm like a proud uncle.
Well, yeah, Mel, your 10% commission fee is in the mail.
Before we get into the top 10, I want to remind everybody to go to cardstopper.com and comicbarricade.com.
Yes.
Use the code word Flipside to get 10% off your order over there. These things will save you a lot of hassle, and Comic Barricade does it right. They'll also give you a little bit of sturdy boxes to put on top of each other. It helps with that. So if you guys want to check out Comic Barricade, use the code word Flipside for 10% off your order.
I wish Comic Barricade would do some like long boxes and short boxes.
Hey, we'll see what happens. All right, you guys, top 10, number 10 on the list this week. were we just talking about this book on Saturday night? I felt like it was
shout out to Andy Tomlin of the Indie
Kaiju
Spotlight.
Score. Yeah.
Andy was the first one. He told me, he was like, yo, Mel, you gotta get it. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting this shit. And look at it. I tell you, don't listen to me. I'm a horrible speculator.
Listen, Andy Tomlin is one of the best writers over at comicbookinvest.com, and his Indie Spotlight is another one of the staples that have made that website what it is. Just really good articles written over a long period of time. I'm telling you guys, not just with Andy's article. Do it with Andy's, but do it with all the articles over there. Go read past ones. Go read past Hot Tens, and it'll give you some extra knowledge in this game. Trust me. If you didn't see them. But Kaiju Score #1, what are we seeing with prices on the secondary market with this?
Yes, so this was just like a cover price book. And Andy mentioned this, like back in April?
Wow ago.
Yes, I mean, it was months ago. So it's not like you guys didn't have a, me too. So I'm like Mel. I didn't buy any. Should have. But now it's basically a $20 to $30 book, and a 9/8 are now selling for like $200. So, yeah. So somebody, and there was, JJ, there was a kind of like Aftershock does 1 in 10 or 115 for every #1 they come out with, and yeah, it's doing well as well. But
and meanwhile, Enormous can't get a deal. I have those.
Who is not getting the deal?
Enormous.
Oh,
remember that?
Of course,
I mean, we're gonna continue to see these kaiju-based books pop up. Just this past week on Cover Picks, we had a kaiju book pop up there that's on FOC cutoff this week, and I'm just bullish on kaiju, especially after the success of King Kong and the Godzilla movie. It just seems to be something about big monsters tearing stuff up that people want to see. So I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah. I'm not mad at any books like this showing up on the list. I love seeing books from smaller publishers, independent publishers, and that have goofy, crazy stories like this. I'm down for it, and we need to get the younger audience into the reading core too. So hopefully that helps. Shout out to Hive Comics. Sounds like you guys can go check out the Gallagher variant over there that I've seen multiple people in the chat tonight bring up. So good stuff. All right, on to #9 on the list now. This is a book that I didn't pick up, and I missed out on one of them that I really wanted. Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures #6. This new character being involved looks super cool. What's going on with this book right now, Ben?
Yeah, so it's selling for like this A cover is selling for like 15 to 20. Bunch of copies sold. There is a 1 in 10, I think.
I tapped out of High Republic a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean,
but High Republic Adventures was worth staying in on, man.
Yeah,
it's the IDW one.
Yeah.
This is the IDW one. I mean, if they're introducing and what this character's like, I guess possibly going to be in Rebels or what are they going to be in?
So there is talk about this character showing up somewhere, and the only reason I know about that is because of the Dark Side crew. Make sure you guys check out the Dark Side every Sunday night on Tales from the Flipside channel, where they'll be talking about this book, this character. If they haven't, I'm pretty sure they've already talked about this book, but they'll go more in depth on it, I imagine. So JJ is in the chat. JJ Maxwell is one of the guest hosts over there. Look at that. Ninth Wonder's listening to all the Star Wars fans, man.
We can give one away tonight. I'll give one of these away tonight.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that.
That is the way to do it. So we'll figure out a way to give that away here later on. Make sure you guys all stick around.
Is Starface looking motherfucker or the one in the back?
Yeah, JJ, do you give us a little rundown on this character if you can? But while you're listening to that and writing that, I want to remind everybody out there that this was the book. The San Diego Comic-Con exclusive was the one that I really, really wanted that I did not get. I feel really shitty about that. I have horrible FOMO about it, and it's probably going to cost me. But there was a bunch of San Diego Comic-Con books that they put out today, I believe, or yesterday. Only a couple of them were sold out the last time I looked, this being one of them. But really cool San Diego Comic-Con drop. And yeah, it sounds like it was a mess.
140. What?
Ooh, say that again.
140.
Yeah. So crazy cool book. I'm telling you, these Star Wars Adventures High Republic are where it's at.
I had a chance to buy this today. I was on there to get the Kanto stuff. I looked at the High Republic book, but I was like, man, I'm tired of High Republic.
Yeah.
And then like a few minutes later, my comic shop sub came in, and I forgot I got High Republic on subscription there, and all of these copies rolled in, and I was like, okay, I should have got that number 6 because it made me look up. I was like, oh, well, what's going on in this one? I was like, dang it. I should have got those SDCC exclusives earlier. But
what's the SDCC one look like compared to?
I'll bring it up.
I think this is better than the
SDCC
cover.
This one's a better cover.
Yeah, this is a dope cover. And that character is super dope looking, that's for sure. All right, let's see here. I got the links somewhere.
Yeah, one of the people who said it, somebody said that this character was supposed to be one of the strongest Jedis.
Which one is the character?
Collectible.
The short one or the ponytail motherfucker?
I think that one is called Geode with the mask. Is that correct? I should know.
That's the mask.
I should know that.
Oh, so it's actually Yoda with a mask on.
There you go.
I like the ponytail motherfucker better. He looks more badass.
Yeah.
So. There's one. Is there one? Yeah. Is it 1 in 10?
Yeah, there's a 1 in 10. Is that character on the cover of the 1 in 10? Because
IDW exclusive drops are already rough, never work great. Interesting. Well, super dope book. We're gonna give one away. And if you guys want to learn more about this book and not be in the dark like the rest of us, go check out the Dark Side Crew.
The 1 in 10 ain't bad.
I'm telling you, I like this series. I've always liked this series. I like the series better than the regular series. And here's the crazy stuff that I'm hearing. There's a lot of rumors going around out there that George Lucas doesn't like High Republic either. And that the whole High Republic stuff might end up getting cut and considered legend stuff, along with Han Solo movie and the last 3 trilogy movies.
The Han Solo movie wasn't bad.
I didn't think it was terrible. That's for sure. It wasn't terrible. It just wasn't as great.
You're never gonna. Who cares what George Lucas has to say?
I do.
That dude's lost his mind. He lost his mind when he remastered Return of the Jedi. Like
he just needed a Padawan,
times.
bro. He needed a Padawan. He found his Padawan and Dave Filoni, and everything's gorgeous, man. Everything's fine and dandy. We're getting Gina Carano back.
Really?
Yeah. She's coming back, from what I hear, man.
No, she's not.
You heard it here first on Tales. No, I'm just kidding. There's rumor she's coming back. Yeah, there's rumor that Favreau, once Kathleen Kennedy gets the boot, which she already has from Star Wars, she's got one more project going, and that's the new Indiana Jones.
In the first place.
I will bring her back.
You're serious? Yeah, bro.
That's
we might
crazy,
have to,
man.
I don't know if we can let you continue the show, bro. Really? You would bring her back? She's ruined Star Wars.
Oh, Gina Carano?
She did a good job.
No, are you talking about Gina Carano or are you talking about Kathleen Kennedy?
No, Gina Carano. I will bring her back.
Thank God, Ninth Wonder. You just scared the hell out of me, brother.
No, she
You're
did
right.
a great.
Gina Carano was badass.
I mean, she didn't run over no kids or nothing. She did a great job, man. I mean, playing her character. I mean, everybody going. Shuri, the girl that played Shuri, was out here promoting anti-vaccination. I mean, we don't see Marvel dropping her from the cast of Black Panther.
Yeah.
I mean, so
She did
Sometimes you just
shut
gotta
her
let
up.
people live their life, long as they not running over kids or nothing like that. Man, just
That would be a bad thing.
Yeah, amen. I agree. I agree 100%. And it sounds like they're doing everything they can to get Gina Carano back, and she might not come back. She might be like, "You guys made me feel like an ass. Like, screw yourselves." We'll see, though.
Motherfucker, please. You ain't making no money doing nothing. Fucking come back, put that Mandalorian shit on, and shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Hey,
she looks like she's a beast.
When is Mandalorian? What's the release date on season 3?
If anybody in the chat can let us know the release date on season 3, I will move on to the next book, which is a very interesting one. Shout out to Mr. Longshort, seems to like be his favorite character in the world, and it was very interesting because when the Hot 10 today got announced. And Ben, I think you might have saw it. Let me see if I can find it.
I did. Hey, let me just say the comments that think how long ago this thing came out. So my comments are they get qualified.
So here is the qualification, or I guess you would call it. Let's see here. Let's do this. So.
Do you know which show that, or which what the release date on this was from?
2015.
No, I mean that's when I wrote this.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
I think so, because it just came out. Back when this first just came out and everybody was going crazy for it, Ben wrote, "The bubble is now stretched as far as it's going to go. LOL. No words can properly describe what's going on with this book. There's going to be a mini Gwenpool story in the Howard of the Duck book in the near future. This made people lose their minds and turned a $4 book into a $60 book overnight. I pray this book doesn't ever see the top 10 again, honestly. But with Booster Gold news from last night, I'm ready to go into James Franco's house and wait for the impending apocalypse." And wouldn't you know, at number 8, ladies and gentlemen, on the Hot 10 list is Gwenpool Secret Wars. Number 2. Or what's going on, man? Is this book shooting up?
Yeah. I mean, 9/8s are now 400. They were like 275 last week. Raws are still like kind of hanging in like the $100 range, but everything listed is like way higher than. I mean, hey,
listen. Shout out to Longshot. When I first met him, I gave him so much shit, and he's a good kid. He's a good kid, and he's one of the biggest.
How dated of a comment is that? I mean, James Franco in Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I mean, what movie was it? It was like was that the Seth Rogen movie?
Yeah.
Like the End of the World or something like that.
Yeah, where the Backstreet Boys saved everybody.
Oh my gosh.
I've liked this book for a long time, just because of the cover of it, and then Gwenpool. I don't know. I just thought everything was nicely done. It's crazy that Gwenpool is such a beloved character as she is, and she isn't really in any media outside of comics. Just think about that.
Right.
That's a great point, dude. That is a great point. She isn't. She's like, is she in any games or anything?
Nope.
Maybe Future Force.
I don't know.
To me, that don't count.
Well, here's the crazy thing. If you remember at the time when this came out, they were doing a special variant gimmick where every book had a Gwen on their cover. It was, Gwen Stacy, Spider Gwen had gotten hot. So they Thor. So they had Gwen Thor, Gwen and this people saw it. And what I think really happened is just like Ninth Wonder said, the cover hits. This is a great cover. The pink and the blue color is amazing. And the pool with the guy floating and she's just chilling there. And the character design on her is a cosplayer's dream, big time. So I remember immediately seeing cosplayers doing this a month after this book came out. It was crazy. It was everywhere. And that's how you know a character hits, is when you start seeing those type of things happen. So I think we all knew that this would eventually be something. I think Marvel said, hey, people love this character too much. Let's try and make something out of it. And they hit it out of the park by playing it the way they played it. Really fourth wall, goofy, cartoon-esque. Just
perfect for today's society with the younger generation. And it also makes me think, is the first appearance of Gwen Stacy undervalued just based on,
Yes.
I mean, you got Gwenpool, you got Spider-Gwen, same person. How many people in the MCU are more than, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's when you sit back and think about it, that's a lot to unwrap, bro. That's a lot to unwrap.
Yeah.
Pop is the dog. Invincible even got a Gwen Invincible. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very unlooked. Very.
It sounds like
yes.
she is in a game, Marvel's Contest of Champions. So that helps. Then that helps. I didn't know. Yeah.
I definitely said that like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. Was it Contest of Champions that you said?
No, I said Future Foot.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, those mobile. I count those. I mean, those mobile games, they do stand for something. But normally, Marvel, they allow those developers to dump pretty much any character. They not any character they want, but all of their main characters are going into those games. But if she gets like a AAA title like Miles did, that's gonna be like on the PlayStation or Xbox or something of that nature,
it will never ever happen.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm doing a bit ass that it will never happen.
But they're supposed to have another Marvel game coming out. They have Marvel Alliance. I think it's supposed to have another one coming out.
Is that like an MMO? Is that like an MMO type game?
It's not like an MMO, but it's like, I don't know how to describe it exactly, but you can get on with like 3 or 4 of your other buddies, pick your favorite hero, and y'all just run through. It's almost like Dungeons and Dragons, type game.
Gauntlet.
You just run through.
Gauntlet?
Yeah, Gauntlet. Yeah,
that sounds
and
great.
Just run
man.
through. Yeah, so I would like to see them do that again with some of these newer characters and put it on the big console. I know something like that's gonna pop up again eventually, and who knows? We might see her in the cartoon. There's so many options, so many possibilities. That's just a blank check that Marvel has sitting in their back pocket. There's no need to rush it right now because she's already successful as is, but eventually they're gonna start to press that button a little bit more and draw a little bit more revenue out of Gwen.
Especially after this show.
$9.8, $400.
Who on the panel, cover only, first appearance? Is this her first appearance?
In my opinion, yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. You do not need to be in the guts to have it be a first appearance, right?
No.
Yes, you do sometimes.
Why? So what? Why? So Captain Marvel's second print is not of her first appearance?
Well, the whole thing with me and you going back and forth is the fucking Ironheart.
Ironheart, yeah. First appearance.
Well, no, it's not.
Yeah, it's right there on the cover. Tells her name. She's flying right there on the cover.
But she's not named, and she doesn't put on the arm until issue 3.
Her name's right there on the cover. You see it right on the top of the book. Ironheart.
Right, so, but you also said Guardians of Nowhere isn't the first.
Gwenum.
You said that.
Well, hold on. As far as that Riri goes, technically her first appearance as Ironheart will be in that Marvel's previews. Where it has that same no. If we're gonna do that for Miles, the same thing applies.
We don't do it for Miles.
It's the exact cover.
We don't do it for Miles. That's the stupidest shit ever. Marvel's not previews. No, fuck out of here.
The preview. Hey, you go give me a previews for free. Then you go give me that Miles previews for free, and I say it won't count. But
I will piss on it and burn it.
The exact cover plus panels from Invincible Iron Man #1 is printed in that previews. If that's not a first preview,
no, man, no, I'm not doing this with you.
A preview is
funny. Shout out to Thunder. He says at Mighty Mel V, I bought #3 off of 9th because of you. Money, money wins everything, right? So, number 8. This book is a $400 9.8 right now, and I'll be honest, I could see it being a $500 9.8 easy all day.
It could be way more than that.
Yeah.
Remember
why not?
Remember the second print red cover?
Yeah. That wasn't that a variant on that? Wasn't there a? No, maybe not. Sorry.
I don't think so.
Yeah. All right. Number 7 on the list. This is Basilisk second print. No, Basilisk number 1 second print, which has doubled in price this week. It was selling about $15 to $20 raw. Now it's about $30, $35.
Yeah. That's about what it's hitting for and whatnot. And I've been trying to snipe cheap copies. These don't get cheap at all.
Other than the preview for House of Slaughter, what's the point of this book?
Exactly.
There isn't one. It's just people over speculating on something that's killing the children. Which, look, I play the speculation game. I'm no secret about that. I play the speculation game, but why are we speculating on this House of Slaughter preview when everybody that's going to be in this book made their first appearances in something that's killing the children books? You should be buying those books. Issue 6. He got that one in that second printing of cover 10, the orange one with just him on the cover. Yes. You should be speculating on stuff like that, not a book that you can buy this Basilisk, the first cover A for $3.99. If this was a hot book, plus it had the House of Slaughter preview in it, that would make sense. But just buying it for a House of Slaughter preview, nah. Not for me. Yeah, I keep my money.
Like the Trade Academy. Look
real quick. Real quick, shout out to Wonderworld Comics. Need a Whatnot top 10 review. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We need a weekly one, I think, ladies and gentlemen. And I think
Drunken Chat, son. Oh, you guys,
listen, man. We might need a weekly. We might need a weekly top 10 on the top 10 channel, baby. I mean, listen. We got the CBSI top 10. We got the Key Collector top 10. We got the Spec 10. We've got them all here. Let's just get them all here. So
I want to do that, and I was trying to tell the guys that we need to do a Whatnot top 10, but everybody is gonna have to share, their sales data in order to make that happen. But I definitely think that we should do that because I'm seeing some interesting stuff on this app. When
we did it, we was like, yo, this is what I've seen, sir. And then 9% said, this is what I've seen, sir. What was that? I think was it Aaron? They said that's what I've seen, so you know what I mean. So this time we do. But if you get a lot of people together and just we all go over like what we seen sell.
Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got things working, so we'll have to talk after the show.
Okay.
All right. Number 7 is this Basilisk number 2. You guys, if you have it, I agree with the guys. I don't think it's worth specking on for the preview type stuff. You see what those previews, what happens in some of those previews book. Look at the Walking 10 ones, like what is that, Capes? And there's another one. I mean, they sell for a decent chunk, but not anything like some of the actual first appearances. So, all right, number 6, ladies and gentlemen, Nice House on the Lake, number 1. This book surprises me that it is as good as it is. Like, I didn't expect this coming out of DC, but DC actually was really smart. They got James Tynion and said, hey, anything you write is gold. Let's get you writing a non-superhero book. And it hit well, and it's creepy as hell. And there's some gorgeous exclusives out there for it.
That Wanted Comics, hands fucking down like this.
Yeah. So, listen, shout out to Wanted Comics. You guys go check out Wanted Comics with an X. Another one of those retailers that in this community that we love and putting out good stuff. Hive, I believe Hive had a variant for this. I think Bird City had a variant. A lot of really good variants for this that I saw. But this is the regular A cover, which is a gorgeous cover. Period. Like, I think is there a second print coming out of this too that I saw recently that looks really good?
It's the same cover, but it's like deteriorating. And the third print is fucking deteriorating. I don't know the fourth print's gonna be off.
Yeah, good stuff. So, what are we seeing for prices on this in the secondary market? Gorgeous. Is that the second? Is that the second print right there?
Yeah, that's the second. I actually like the second better than the first print. But I'm gonna buy all of the printings on this book. I'm trying to hold this so where y'all can see it, but you can see it's deteriorating. And I already seen the third print. The third print, part of the cover is on fire. So that was interesting to me.
Yeah,
So
good stuff.
Yeah, man, these second prints, I've been buying them every chance that I get. I've been every time I do an order on my comic shop and I add it onto my subscription and ship, I always check and see if they got one of these second prints. But the first print, obviously, that's impossible to get now. And for as much as people like to get on DC for saying that they don't do anything right, this has to be one of their best moves, putting Tinian on a horror project that on DC's Black label. People are going to remember that, especially if this makes it into a movie or a TV show or something like that. That's going to be huge for DC. And I was watching one of these Flipside shows the other day. I think it was Deal the Flipside. And someone tried to say that DC didn't do anything right, when personally, I think they produce better comic books than Marvel. Not only art, the quality of their paper, even the stories and the characters, it's just that DC, their movie universe isn't cohesive like Marvel's is. And I think that messes with people's mind a little bit. But if you go back and look at DC's most recent movies, they only had 2 quote unquote bad movies. Wonder Woman 84 was just too long, and I forgot what the other bad movie is. That's not the point of this conversation. But DC isn't as incompetent as people would like to believe that they are. And in my opinion, this proves it, because if you look, James Tynion is writing a lot of the best books over at DC. So you can say what you want about DC. They're not completely incompetent. And when when DC gets that movie situation fixed, and these DC books the specs start to increase on them, it's going to be a lot of sad people. Well,
here's the interesting thing. I see a lot of people talking in chat right now. Before I get into this, actually, let me ask this. What are we seeing on the secondary market for the A-cover Raw?
35 now. Yeah, 35 now for – it's like this slow burn. I mean, it's not – it didn't like skyrocket and then fall back down. I mean, it's just been like a steady rise. I mean, this is just a book I think people want. So I think it's still got room to move higher. I think it's going to pass $50. Why not?
Well, that Tynion won the Eisner, as Mask Collectibles says. He won the Eisner for Best Writer today. So let's just take a quick look. He also said that Black Widow won Best New Series. What? How did Department of Truth not win that? That blows me away. That doesn't make any sense at all.
How is Black Widow a new series?
Yeah, garbage. That is a give. That's a complete give. Best publication for kids, Superman Smashes. Best publication for early readers, Our Little Kitchen. Let's see here. Best humor.
Let's be honest. These Eisner Awards suck.
Yeah, where's the good stuff? I want best writer.
They suck. This it just sucks. It's about as bad as the Oscars.
Here we go.
Emmys or anything.
Best writer James Tynion. So he won for everything he's written, which is that is who should have won that. Best writer artist. I've never heard of this, but hopefully it's good. Best penciler inker team, Mike Allred for.
Mike Allred?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Best cover artist, Peach Momoko. Oh, wouldn't you say? I'm not surprised.
No way.
Yeah,
if
right?
anything, it should have been Eldra, whatever her name is, that does the Something Is Killing the Children covers. If you just,
or John Gallagher, shit.
Yeah, or John. I mean, there's so many other ways it could have went. But just a small tidbit. I just looked at some of my whatnot sales for Nice House on the Lake. And 2 weeks ago, in the same night, I sold the first copy sold for $39. The second copy sold for $43.
Wow, not bad. Well, listen, you guys. Is this a book that you sell now, or is this one of those rare books that we're going to continue to see on the list in the next couple of months, and it's going to double each time it's on here?
Yes.
99% of the time, I tell people, if you see a book on the list, you sell it now. But this might be one of those books that you don't sell now. You hold on to this one. You grab more of them.
You think about it. If this
definitely a hold.
Yeah, if this series if it ends solid, I mean it could be like one of those miniseries that that people talk about for decades, and they're always buying them. I mean, all people are still buying Dark Knight Returns. They're still buying, all those type of miniseries and stuff. Who says that this can't be one of those if it finishes the way it started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out to everybody in the chat tonight who's saying the same thing. Hold. Yeah.
And this looks like a movie poster. You take off the trade dress, it looks like a movie poster.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
A lot
really
going
good
on.
Stuff. That is not bad at all. All right. Let me see here. Let's move on to the next one on the list. Number 5 on the list. Shout out to all the Star Wars guys, Star Wars fans, because here's another Star Wars book on the list. It's like the old days. Multiple Star Wars book on the list. This is War of the Bounty Hunters, Jabba Hutt, number 1, the variant. And this character has been talked about for a couple weeks now. I know the Dark Side crew has talked about this character too. I think it's a good looking character, kind of 80s, like you said. We're seeing 60 plus on this 1 in 25 variant. Interesting. Did you guys go heavy on this?
I did, but I didn't put the order in with Lucas in time. So fuck this book.
I had a chance to get this book off of my comic shop, and I was just like, Star Wars come out with a new character every other week.
Every week.
Yes, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. I would rather spend that money on buying a bunch of nice houses on the lake if we just want to be, from an investment standpoint. But I mean, you can never go wrong with Star Wars. I'm pretty sure there are much crappier investments out there.
Anorexic Goku. Chad K was wild.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm just. I mean, I didn't even realize that Why are they doing a Jabba the Hutt book? Anyway, right?
It's just to sell an extra book. I mean, you're doing a war of the bounty hunters. Of course, Jabba the Hutt's going to be around, right? That's all he employs bounty hunters all day. And a lot of people have been reading the series have really liked it, from what I can tell.
Do you have to buy all? Like, are you going to have to buy all of the offshoots to understand what's going on?
That's a great question. JJ Maxwell is in the chat. Let us know, JJ, if that's the case. But a lot of people are reading it and loving it. So
Cyndi Lauper was in Star Wars.
Where is that? John's Box of Comics. Shout out to John's Box of Comics. That's good stuff. Cyndi Lauper's in Star Wars. Amen. She definitely looks like she's straight out of the 80s with that hairstyle. Crazy. Good stuff though. I want to what are we seeing on this again?
Like 50 to 60.
Wow. Wasn't the regular cover better, though, if I remember correctly? Wasn't she more prominent on the regular cover?
I think the beat cover, it's like a real close-up of her face, I think, with Boba Fett on it.
So it says, yes, it ties into a 35-issue run for War of the Bounty Hunters. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
exactly.
Listen.
Where do you go with this? I mean,
yeah, I'll tell you where you go with it. You go right here. 260 live viewers. We appreciate each and one of you. We're going to move on to the next, to the top 4 in the list. But before we do, we've got a book to give away, ladies and gentlemen. I think last week we told people to go into the comments immediately following the show and leave a comment in order to win a book we were just recently talking about, Nice House on the Lake. This is not Nice House Lake number 1. This is Nice House on the Lake number 2, the amazing Wanted Comics John Gallagher variant. What we asked people last week, I believe. Well, let's see here. Let's see. What did I say? Let me see if I can play this for you guys. I think it was let me know who you would like to see in Marvel Comics, the new MCU line, because there was announced that there was like 7 new properties they're working on top of what they've already listed. So I asked anybody to tell us what property you would like to see, and we're going to go ahead and pick that right now. So let's go to our favorite website for giveaways, the handy dandy YouTube comic picker, and we'll filter duplicate users, get comments. And this winter, ladies and gentlemen, if you are outside of the continental United States, you're probably going to have to pay shipping. I do have a lot of books that I'm getting ready to ship out. We have shipped out a nice round of them. And for everybody else that hasn't gotten a book, I should be contacting you shortly to verify all your information for the books that we're sending out over the last couple weeks. But here we go. Here is the winner for Nice House on the Lake, #2 by Wanted Comics. D-Nell says he would love to see Aliens or Predator in the Marvel MCU. That's interesting. That's interesting, right? I wonder if they have the rights to do any of that stuff in Marvel MCU.
Where do you put them?
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy type shit, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah. Very interesting. So DNL 48224, hit us up with your information, your contact information, your address or your contact information, and the book you won, which is Nice House on the Lake #2, the Gallagher variant, at Tales from the Flipside at Gmail, Tales from the Flipside channel at gmail.com if you want to send us an email, or at Tales from the Flipside on IG, and we'll get back to you. So DNL 48224, you are the winner. All right, let's continue on with the top 4, but again, before we do, everybody go check out the Ninth Wonder. You follow him on Instagram, and that will take you straight to his YouTube channel, which is doing a really cool new show. Tell us a little bit about Cover Picks and what you do over there, bro.
Yeah, so Cover Picks is basically comic book collecting, meeting a fantasy football draft. Me and my co-host, Dark Evolution Comics, and Bad Boy Nerd Podcast, aka J Dub. We each get 5 picks every week. We do a snake style draft where you draft the comic books that are coming out, that are going to be on FOC for that week. We have different little rules that we have. Like, we do a wild card every week. Maybe you can only pick 2 variant books that week, or maybe you can only pick cover A. So we try to switch it up a little bit just to kind of keep the integrity of the books that we're picking, because I don't want to pick a bunch of ratio variants, because that would be very easy to do. So we really getting in, doing the research, reading these books so that we can give y'all the best and most accurate information as far as what you should be ordering on FOC cutoff. I'm a big proprietor of ordering at FOC cutoff and getting some type of discounts on your book, because this hobby can be really expensive. And I don't think a lot of people coming into this hobby understand how important that is, and the places to go to see what books are coming up on FOC, and reading previews and things of that nature to figure out what books they should be buying. Because it's easy to go and buy an Ultimate Fallout 4 for, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, whatever it's going for, and hoping that in 10 years from now that book doubles in value. But finding these diamonds in these rough, or these undrafted free agents, as I like to call them, is where you can really make your bread and butter in this game. So I just thought this would be an easy way to present this information to people who don't know a lot about comic book collecting. But at the same time, if you're a veteran, it's a new concept, because a lot of people do FOC shows, but nobody is doing an FOC show like this. And not only that, we're going to keep doing the FOC show. That's going to be like the flagship show. But I am going to do like one-shot shows where I ask people like Brian and Mel and Ben Stein to come over to my channel, and we're going to do like big drafts with like 6, 7, 8 people. And we're going to draft like the best modern masterpieces. So maybe like the best variants from 2018 to 2021 and different things like that. And just try to bring a unique perspective to comic book collecting outside of, hey, this is a hot book, it's selling on eBay, you should go and buy it too. We're just trying to switch it up and do something different.
It's so intricate and it sounds difficult, but when you watch the show, it's fucking amazing. The way it's put together, it's simple. Phenomenal.
It's simple. It's very simple. I can't really talk about it too much. Just go watch the show and y'all see how extremely simple it is, and how easy it is to metabolize the information that we give you on the show. It's not
Yeah.
it's not difficult at all. It's very easy, and that's why I want to do a big show with a lot of the names from the community that have a really good mind for this stuff, and we can sit down and break. Because one thing that I'm very interested in, I'm interested in those books that came out in the last few years where Marvel did newsstands. I'm interested in those books. I want to go through and see. Look, a lot of those newsstands that came out in 2013, 2012, it's some good books in there, and they are very hard to find. And I feel like we should be compiling a list of things like this so that we can bring those books to market and give them the respect that they deserve. And I feel like this will be a great way to do that. So, like I said, we got a lot planned for this. It took me a long time to put this together to do it right. But now that I got all of the foundation laid, we can build the house and turn this to a grander event and do a lot of things with it.
Not bad. Now, before we move on, I want to ask, where can they find you on Whatnot, and how do they do that?
Mm-hmm.
So my name is the same across all of my social media platforms. Is The Ninth Wonder, THA, the number 9, THWONDER. On Whatnot, I go live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I try to make it my personal duty to only bring y'all key comic, beautiful variant covers. I don't bring dollar books or things that, not that there's a problem with that, but I feel if somebody is going to take time out of their evening to watch my show, I want to bring you something that you probably can't just walk into your local comic book shop and find. I want you to have a good experience. So Whatnot has been huge for me, not only personally, but professionally and definitely in this hobby, because I've been able to move a lot of books through that. And that's going to give me the opportunity to go and buy out collections and to make purchases in mass majority that I can bring back to Whatnot and help people get books that otherwise they probably wouldn't be able to find without overpaying on eBay. Because something I think about all the time, I come from a small city where there's only one local comic book shop. And if they don't order enough of a book, you have to go to eBay or something of that nature, or I would have to drive all the way to a bigger city like Dallas and get it. Now I live in Dallas, and it's a comic book shop on every corner, but a lot of people don't live in big cities where they can easily get books. And I think those are the type of people that are buying on Whatnot right now, because they can hop in and out of sales and see all types of books. And I just want to be the one that stands out, that always has something new and refreshing. So I promise you, if you will not be disappointed if you come through Thursday night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Check out Mel too. I think Mel has better books than me. It's just you never know when you're gonna catch Mel. It might be a Saturday, a Sunday, a Monday.
That's the beautiful thing about the app. You can go on when you want to go on. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a hustler, you know what I'm saying, and you sell a certain product, it was a beautiful thing. Just get up and go out in the fucking corner and do what you gotta do. Same thing or Whatnot. Same idea.
Always slanging books.
And Ben on Whatnot too, right?
I just actually finally did a show last night. That was the first one I did.
How'd you like it?
It was good. I thought it went. Now that it actually works, it went well.
What I will say about Whatnot, without to get too far into it, is, and it's the same thing I'll say everywhere. I imagine we'll get more into it on Drunken Chat later on tonight. Absolutely. That it has the opportunity to be something really great if they can fix some stuff and handle some stuff a certain way. And if you guys want to sell books, utilize every tool that's available to you, whether it's Whatnot, Instagram, Comic Book Shopping Network, eBay. You can sell certain books for more money on certain places and utilize those places that work best for you. So like we said, we are the Tales from the Flipside is the channel for the comic book collector, and that's to utilize anything that the collectors can use to make their hobby better, this hobby better. So make sure you guys go check out the Ninth Wonder on Whatnot, IG, and his YouTube channel. All right. Number 4 on the list, an oldie but a goodie, and some news came out about Werewolf by Night, and all of a sudden Marvel Spotlight number 2 is blowing up. And I'm not surprised. I know Leg is out there hating life because I think he's been trying to find a really nice copy of this for a long time, and now it's just going to get harder. So number 4 on the list, Marvel Spotlight. Number 2, first appearance of Werewolf by Night. So crazy stuff. What's going on with this?
Yeah, so I guess the story came out on, it was either on Screen Rant or CBR or something like that, that Kevin Smith said that 2 years ago when he was doing something with Howard the Duck that he wasn't allowed to do anything with Werewolf by Night because that was Marvel's thing. Okay, great. That may have happened, but it happened 2 years ago. Like, that is not breaking news. It's not, hey, I need an alert coming to my phone to say, hey, look, Kevin Smith said they're doing something with Werewolf by Night. No, they said that 2 years ago. It's not breaking news. It's not. I don't understand. I don't understand why something that somebody pops up. The person that told Kevin Smith that, they may not even work at Marvel anymore. You have no idea who that person is. If it happened yesterday, okay, maybe that might be. But 2 years ago, come on. Just because something pops up as an alert does not mean that it's breaking.
Man.
I don't understand that, and it's just not happening with Marvel. I've seen it happen a lot over just the past month alone, where stuff that was old news or stuff that we already knew was going to happen gets recycled like it's breaking news. We've never heard this before. But even outside of that, just bringing it back and focusing on the book itself, I love books from this era. The older the book, the more I love it, even though that's not what my collection mainly consists of. I do respect the history and the time that these books have behind them. And I think the older these books get, they become less of being a comic and more of being an artifact from a time that was, before a lot of us that are still here. And it's just interesting to see the types of stories that people were reading back then and how that's still having the influence on pop culture today. So whenever I see these books like this pop up on the top 10 list, it does make me smile a little bit, because a lot of what we get now is just that hyperbolic age of modern books specking on the next movie or TV show. But when we see these older books pop up, that shows you that, the old stuff is always going to stand the test of time.
What are we seeing on the secondary market right now because of this?
5.5 CGC 5.5, 700 for 5.5, 500 plus for a raw fine plus, 300 plus for a raw good copy. Yeah, I mean I just don't. I mean, great if you want to buy this. It does not deserve this kind of a spike, to be honest.
Yep. We'll see. Well,
just based on a Kevin Smith comment from a conversation that he had 2 years ago, that should not warrant a spike like that. But anyways,
yeah, I agree. On to next book. The top 3 on the list, ladies and gentlemen, of the Comic Book Invest Hot 10 list, written by Ben Stein every Friday. You can find it at comicbookinvest.com. The CBSI Hot 10 list. Here we go. Book of Doom, number 1, is number 3 on the list this week. Cover alone could put this book on lists around the world. You know what I mean? Like, this cover is absolutely amazing. I always talk about how much I love Doom, and I get shit on constantly about it, from Ben, because he's just got to shit on me all the time. I'm a Doom fan. But is this cover only why we're seeing this on the list this week?
Somebody must have mentioned this or something. I mean, it was selling for like 20 to 25. Now it's selling for 100. It's not easy to find. I don't know if I've ever found this one in the wild. But it's Doom's origin. So I don't know if it's just a push with. I have seen some origin issues start to pick up again, which I hope that's the case. I know me and Nico like origin issues, but as far as like investment, they're usually not great or anything like that. But I actually hope they are. I think they're important books, but I don't know. Somebody must have mentioned it somewhere
on a list somewhere. Somebody has it popped up, but I love this cover. So, Books of Doom.
Who's the cover? It's like a Delado. Is that a Delado?
This is
it is not Delado.
Pablo Raimondi.
Okay.
Pablo Raimondi.
It does look like Delado, though.
It does. It really does.
Yeah. Sick
It
cover.
does. It's a beautiful cover too. I really wish origin stories got more respect amongst modern speculators, because I mean personally, I love origin stories, and I feel like when you just think about the core elements of a comic book, that's one of the most important issues that you can have with a character is the origin story. So it's good to see this book on the list.
Couldn't agree with you more, Ninth Wonder, because I grew up at that same time that we all did when origin stories mattered. I remember looking in Wizard and it would say origin story,
colon.
Yeah, exactly. And those were books that you looked for. I still pick up origin stories. I love looking for newer origin stories when I can, because you can find them cheap. And I think someday they'll catch on again. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes. Number 2 this week on the list was a book that was on here, I believe, last week. Avengers Forever #1, the variant, which is pretty interesting because when you look up this variant, it says a couple different things. Everybody knows Carlos Pacheco, a variant, but I didn't know it was numbered to 5,000. That's very interesting to me. What also is interesting to me is what they call it sometimes when you look it up. This is one of my favorite sites is comics.org. They say the Westfield's Comics variant cover.
Yeah.
So is this is this like an old school retailer exclusive before retailer exclusives?
When I was trying to find this book, I had one years ago. Back when I was doing started looking for Kang shit. I was like, I see Westfield Comics. I don't want to pay $40 for this, and I did it again. Worst speculator on earth. Don't listen to me. What is it going for now?
100 plus.
Yeah. It's not a great cover by any chance.
What are you talking about? You don't think that's a good cover? I think that's a great cover.
No,
it's a great Kang cover.
I was stupid.
With all the Earths in the back.
Yeah, all the worlds in the back. That's dope.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Which means it'll probably blow up. That's my number 2 because I don't like it.
Yeah.
You gotta do the opposite of what I say.
I like the cover. I just don't know where all this Kang speculation is going. And some of the books I'm seeing people speculate on is just like apparent that he's okay. He the flavor of the month right now. Soon as the next property come out, people gonna slow down on Kang, and then that'll be the time to go back and buy the books again, and then wait until the next time Kang pop up and sell them again. So I wouldn't make a move on this right now.
No.
Well, I mean, seriously, if you think about it, I mean, okay, so is Kang greater than Thanos? Because I mean, even when Thanos was in basically every single ending of all those Marvel movies, and everybody knew he was coming, and then he basically got 2 full movies. I mean, did that really charge? I mean, like make all Thanos books sell for $100? I don't think they did. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, but that
maybe it's just because there's not that many great Kang books, right?
It's not a lot of great Kang covers.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's why. Maybe there's just not enough of them.
But listen, we're going to be bombarded with Kang over the next 5 years.
Yes,
right?
I've seen.
It's going to be so many different Kangs that show up in different Marvel stuff. The super evil Kang, this Kang, that Kang. There's going to be multiple Kangs and multiple things that are going to show up.
How many times have I said it? Time travel and this multiverse is going to fuck shit up.
Hey, as long as we get a Kang that will just sit in the corner and pet a little kitty cat and drool on himself, that's the Kang I want to see.
Kangaroo, we're gonna get.
Well, we're gonna get it's gonna end up being like Rick and Morty, and there's a reason that they hired that Rick and Morty guy. There's a reason. All right, you guys, listen. We have a giveaway that we want to give away to all the people that are live in the chat to have a chance to win this giveaway that are watching live. I see 262 live people that are watching right now. Ninth, do me a favor and show the book that you were talking about giving away tonight. And in order to give this a book away, you guys, I got to get some likes. Let's get some likes in here. This is a book that was on the list tonight, High Republic Adventures #6 from IDW. Great book, really cool character. And let's get some likes in here.
It sounds like from the chat, I guess this is going to be a long-term winner.
Yeah, I like this character. I like the series. This is a crew from the novels that are starting to show up, and really cool book. I've said it again. I said it multiple times on here. If you guys are gonna be doing, sticking with the High Republic stuff, stick with the High Republic Adventure stuff from IDW. I really think it's a good series, and a lot of people are agreeing. Again, let's get those likes up and see if we can give that book away tonight. But before we do, let's get into #1 book on the list tonight. Very interesting. Doctor Strange and the Sorcerers Supreme #1, the Rodriguez 1 in 25 variant. And a lot of people are banking on a character that could jump into Doctor Strange's shoes when he dies. Now, let me ask everybody on the panel here for a second. How many people on here think that Doctor Strange is going to stay dead longer than 3 months?
Is that?
Yeah.
Maybe longer than 3 months.
Well, see, here goes my thing about it. And my thing about it is, hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. My work computer is over here going crazy.
It's like a futurized story, right? It's not like part of like just every day, right? Isn't that wrong? I mean, isn't this is like a future story?
That's a good question. I'll put it this way. I bought a lot of this book. I got pretty much. I'm only missing it was a lot of variants for it.
Yeah.
I'm only missing 1 or 2 variants. It's a lot of variants for this book. My thing about it is this. So Doctor Strange is dying. I guess somebody else is going to be the Sorcerer Supreme.
Wouldn't it be Scarlet Witch? Wouldn't that make fucking sense?
Or magic?
Or magic.
It's a lot of magic. Brother Voodoo. Wanda. Emily Bright from Strange Academy.
Emily Bright. Yes.
It's a lot of ways that they can go.
Yes.
Elsa Bloodstone.
He was grooming her in Strange Academy. He was grooming her. Yes, I like that.
And she's very powerful. Very powerful. It's a lot of ways that they can go with this. So, I mean,
I like Emily Bright. Yeah. Who was this Kushala lady?
Well, yeah, let's talk about that because that is what everybody's going crazy about is Kushala,
Kushala. Yeah, I think the reason people are really specking on her being the next Sorcerer Supreme is because she has a solo series getting ready to come out. So I'm guessing they putting those two things together, but I don't think that those two things are mutually exclusive, in my personal opinion.
She is it says here on Marvel Fandom, the Marvel database, great website that we all use on a regular basis in this hobby. It says her name is Kushala, the Demon Rider. Like my other companions, she is a Sorcerer Supreme. And like all of them, she is hiding something, says Doctor Strange. Very interesting. Cool looking character right there. Kushala was an Apache woman who lived in the mid 1800s while her tribe was being attacked by the U.S. Army. Her parents were killed in an act of rage. She prayed to her creator, but instead was possessed by the spirit of vengeance. With his new power, she burnt everyone until all that remained were their spirits. That's hardcore, man. That's hardcore. And it says first appearance, of course, the book we're talking about. So interesting character. Here's my thoughts. I think it's a good character to spec on. Very good character to spec on. It sounds like she's got a big future ahead of her. That's for sure. But in my opinion, don't spec on her because she's going to be the Sorcerer Supreme. Don't spec on that because we all know that they've put too much into this character. We've got multiple movies coming out with him. You think that they're going to just end him? I don't. So spec on this character because she's a dope character, but not because she's going to take Doctor Strange's mantle. I think that's silly.
Yeah, that would be odd to. I mean, Doctor Strange has been around for what, almost 50 years now. Probably over 50 years, and to give it to a character that just came out 5 years ago, that's about as dumb as when DC did that with Superman and gave the mantle to Steel and
five different characters.
Yeah, five different characters. I mean, yeah, okay, great. It makes a cool little series or something, but it's not going to be permanent.
What are we seeing on the secondary market with this?
9/8s are selling for $600. On this now. There's not a whole lot out of them out there, but it's a good cover though. I will say I do like the cover. It just has, I think it's because all the stuff going on behind him that it's a good looking cover.
Well, Joseph is right. Joseph says multiverse creates many variants. You are correct, sir.
Yeah,
I agree with that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. We are going to give away our book. We're going to go old school style. The way we do this is we're going to go into the Matrix here in a second, and Ninth is going to let us know when to stop, and whoever's name our cursor lands on will be the book. So let's go ahead and get into the Matrix. And let's see what we got. Okay, so everybody that hung out with us, and we appreciate you guys that are subscribers, that have hit the like button, that have hung out all show and stuck around. Thank you so much. You make this much, much better than it ever could be without you. So make sure you guys are all following us and Ninth on YouTube as well as Instagram. Hold on, brother. And all the rest. Thank you so much. Ninth, give it away whenever you're ready.
All right, I didn't mean to cut you off. We're gonna let it rock for a little bit. I thought your finger was getting soft. All right, you go ahead and stop.
All right. Tetradiatom with the comment Gaga. I hope you are in the continental United States. Please tell us.
Oh, it's hilarious. I think he commented up here, please let me win or something like that.
So Tetra, if you are still here, please let us know you're in.
Tetra, there you go. What the? That's a cool name too.
Brian, you're on mute. You're still muted. Hey, well, we can hear nothing from you, Brian. Of course, you're not.
Uh-oh.
Nope. Brian lost his audio. So, yeah, Tetra, send an email to...
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Where did you guys lose me?
Didn't hear what you said.
Tetra. All right. Thank you, Tetra, for winning. For some reason, it said that we lost connection. So, Tetra, do us a favor. Hit up at the Ninth Wonder on IG. Send him your contact information, and he'll get that out to you. And also, our other winner tonight, who won the Nice House on the Lake Wanted Comics John Gallagher variant, make sure to hit us up at Tales from the Flipside on IG or Tales from the Flipside at channel@gmail.com is our email. Hey, Ninth, thank you again, brother, for hanging out. And I want to say thanks again to Mighty Mel V and Ben Stein for making the show great every week. Again, you guys check out Tales from the Flipside channel for all your... I'm not
Yes,
going to
sir.
yet. Yeah. Check out Tales from the Flipside channel for all of the amazing comic book collectible content, flipping content, all the stuff that we're dropping every week. We got multiple shows every day. And also make sure to hang around immediately following this for Drunken Chat. What we got going on, Mel?
Drunken Chat, we're giving away, shout out to Wonder World, we're giving away the Trailer Park Boys variant, as well as the He-Man Revelation variant. We're giving that away. I don't know if we're gonna make it a package deal or I don't know. We'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. Also, Lucas has a deal going on for our $30 Make You Holla. Yeah,
$30 Make You Holla. Hell yeah.
So stay tuned to that. Also, I would like to talk about my Whatnot auction. Did you get the picture?
Which one?
I just sent it to you.
All right, hold on. Where'd you send it?
To the Hangout.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. Good call. Hold on. So let's do this. Here we go. I got it.
Yeah, so tomorrow night, 11:30 p.m. It's going down. I've started to add books already. I got like 50 more books to add. I got to buy a tablet tomorrow. So it's going to be like over 100 books. It's one of my biggest auctions, and I'm not going to have no bullshit. I mean, I'm going to have Heir to the Empire #1. Not a near-mint copy, but it's still Heir to the Empire #1. The one without the barcode from the stupid toy shit. That's going to be in
big book.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Thrawn's coming. I heard they got the Thrawn actor. It's going to be a ton of great shit. Nice House of the Lake full set. Issue 1A, first print, second print, number 2. Eve, it's gonna have a whole bunch of shit. Just
awesome.
Just
hell
fuck
yeah.
with me. That $1 1 minute. Let's go.
There we go. 9th. And where can they find you, 9th, for your Whatnot, all your awesome Whatnot needs?
Just download the app. If you already got the app downloaded, just go in and search for users. Search the Ninth Wonder, exactly how you see it spelled out on the screen down there. And like I said, my shows are 8 p.m. every Thursday, but I'm thinking about doing another show earlier in the week. I kind of do the late night tips. Like I said, I start at 8 p.m. Central time, and I normally go to about midnight. So I'm thinking about doing something a little bit earlier for my people on the East Coast. But you can catch me on Whatnot, Instagram, YouTube.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us tonight, brother Ben. Do you have any plans, anything coming up anytime soon?
No, I did a Whatnot last night, and when I get home at the end of next week, I'll probably do another one.
Are you going to do a box? Is there more bodacious box? You can do everything on Whatnot?
I might do, I was thinking about actually doing some of those live.
Hell yeah. Good idea.
Yes.
Good
so
idea.
I might just do them live.
You small motherfucker.
Also, I want to thank each and every one of the viewers and every one of the subscribers and people in our community. Thank you so much for helping us get to where we are on the Tales from the Flipside channel. Thanks to all the content makers on the channel. Thanks for everybody that's part of the family. Mel, thank you so much. We appreciate the hell out of you and everybody over at Drunken Chat. Thank you to comicbookinvest.com. Thank you to everybody in the community, all the people in the YouTube community. Thank you to Simple Man's Comics, and much love, especially to the fans and everybody that got us to the 5,000 mark. This is sky's the limit. Let's try to get 10K by the end of the year. We're really looking forward to seeing each and every one of you out in Baltimore that gets to make it, and let's have some fun. Thank you for hanging out, guys. Make sure to go to comicbookinvest.com.
Before check out Drunken Chat. Immediately, I want to show y'all the hottest new product for shipping slabs. We're gonna go right into that. That's gonna be like one of the first things. So we won't fuck around. I'm gonna show you this. I gotta show you this shit. This shit just it got me going crazy.
It's amazing. It's mind blowing. I need to get that for all of these slabs I'm shipping out.
Yeah. So again, thank you, each and every one of you. We'll see you guys next week. Adios.